Hello there, my name is Steve Sharp from Sharp Rain Music, and I'm doing extremely rare, and I'm recording myself because I don't like doing it, especially if you watch the channel. You know I use a lot of static images and gameplay to hide this beautiful face. But I just thought I'd do an update video and then look back on 2015 as a whole and just give my thoughts on where I am, where I want to go, and a huge thank you to everyone that's helped me on the way so far. So first off, I would like to update you on the new schedule of this channel. So going forward now we're in 2016, it's going so fast. Okay, so what's going to be happening now is on Monday I'm going to stick to my regular Let's Plays, hopefully doing more games apart from Binding of Isaac, which is an amazing game, but I want to have a bit more variety in there, a bit more games. It just depends on my computer and what it can handle, but I do like doing Let's Plays, I do enjoy them, and I'm getting more comfortable with it, so that's good. The next upload then will be on Thursdays, which is going to be actually a throwback. So before I started doing covers on YouTube, I actually created a lot of original tracks via Newgrounds for people who wanted to make video games, and one of my dreams is to be a video game composer, like everyone else pretty much around here. So I did a lot of original tracks for people that came to me and asked for them, and some games which some of them never really got completed, but I still put a lot of effort into it. And a few of these albums I have released in terms of what I've created originally. So just to give a bit more variety on the channel, I'm going to be doing kind of like a throwback Thursday, just so you guys can see that there's more than one side to what I do, and I do still make a lot of original stuff on the side. On Saturday I'm going to be doing new covers, and every Saturday now for the foreseeable future. So rather than 2 a week, which was Wednesday and Saturday, I'm now just going to release one on Saturday, and the reason for that is because I was oversaturating myself, or I feel like I was oversaturating myself, and I'm focusing a lot more now on quality rather than quantity. Especially if you've kept up with the channel, the first few, especially at the beginning of the year, first few covers were a bit rushed, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to try and do 2 a week. So hopefully a few of you appreciated that, but going forward I want to focus a lot more on quality, on using the stuff that I have and defining my limitations, so let my limitations define my music, if that makes sense. It kind of works with the NES era. A lot of the greatest games ever made were made due to the limitations, so I'm just going to push myself in that avenue. So new covers now every Saturday for the foreseeable future. I've got quite a few booked up already, ready to go, so that's going to be good. Speaking of which, if you have any suggestions on covers you'd like to see or things you'd like to challenge me with, I'm more than happy to do that. Some stuff I know people have challenged me in the past to do and I've not had time to do, so I do apologise. I am getting round to them. I've not forgotten about it, don't worry. It's just juggling everything. Okay, so next I'd like to say a huge thank you, and this last year, especially in 2015, since I started doing this, I have been accepted into a huge community. I didn't realise how many cover artists there were out there. There is a lot, and a lot of hard-working people that put their time and effort so much into this, and I have the absolute respect for them. But I would personally like to thank Squeals, Hashel, Headcar Thunderfist, which still sounds like a porn name, Fight and Leaf and the Crusaders. Thank you so much for believing me in the first few years, especially when I was starting out with the original material, and I can't thank you enough for all the opportunities you give me and the confidence you gave me as well. Regretted, because we did a collab earlier in this year and it was absolutely amazing. The guy's really talented, look out for him, his channel's growing every day. Gamerock, or Alan, I'm sorry, it's going to be a new thing. If you're not sure, I'll put the video links to it in a minute, but I think that video is absolutely hilarious. New Challenger series, it's great. And Phil and Emily, as always, for supporting me through absolutely everything. You guys are amazing, and of course my wonderful partner, who without much patience I couldn't be doing this to this day. Okay, so speaking of which, speaking of that community as well, that's all part on a subreddit which is VG Covers, which we will set up. I don't know, Hashel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, I do apologise, don't kill me. Hashel has been helping him out with, especially now when it comes to, it has grown rapidly. There's about 500 plus members at the moment, which is amazing, and it's just full of lots of helpful advice if you need advice, and covers updated pretty much on a regular basis. I think there's about 3 or 4 every day. So it's a great way to meet other people in the community and help each other as well. So it's I can't recommend it enough, and I feel honoured to be a part of it. So also an update is that there was the Final Fantasy VIII album release, and that was Seas of Times, which I'll put a link in the description below because I don't know how to do annotations because I'm old and whatever. So yeah, I did contribute a few tracks to this, and it is free. There is no price for it, and I think the amount of talent involved in this is absolutely incredible, and even to be considered to be put on this album with some of the tracks that I did, especially in the early days when they were rushed. I just can't thank Hashwell, who organised it. I just can't thank him enough. It's been absolutely amazing. Okay, so that's everything so far. So that's pretty much everything so far. So now we're going to be talking about the upcoming stuff. So this is the stuff that's going to be happening in the future in 2016. Don't worry, at the end of this video I'll do a quick recap on 2015. So the upcoming stuff is Picks and Mixers. We have a new monthly challenge for the Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross soundtracks. To tell you the truth, I played this game when I was younger and I didn't really get into it. I know it sounds really crazy, but I played it on an emulator and it wouldn't get past the first level, just after the town where everyone's celebrating. So I never actually got into it. It's one of the sins that you were going to crucify me for. But listen to the soundtrack, it's amazing. And that challenge is now going on, so you can pick a track from the soundtrack. And it's going to be judged, and whoever gets the most votes, because it's community voting, they will get points that will go on through a league throughout the year, and there are prizes as well, so that's absolutely amazing. You should check that out, and I put the link again somewhere down there. And that will lead into another big album, kind of like the Seas of Time, with Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. I can't say cross and Chrono Cross. Later on in the year, I believe first quarter, roundabout, where we're going to try and cover absolutely every song on the OST. So also I plan to do a lot more collabs. I've done a few already in the bag, ready to go, and I've got a few more that I plan to do, especially with musicians that I used to play with when I used to tour, or I used to be in big bands. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting. I have my charity album. I know because I'm going to go. Well, one of the things that I've learned from 2015 was my Kickstarter, which was unsuccessful, but I did learn a lot from it, and I got a lot of support, especially from a lot of strangers out there who gave me a lot of advice, not only about the sounds and what I can do, but also how I can promote myself a lot better. And it's one. I know I talk fast. Don't worry, I talk fast. It's one thing that I really want to learn more of in 2016. Is how to positively promote myself and not come off as this guy that's like, oh, listen to my music, which is always the hardest thing, because everyone's doing their best to try and probably make this a full-time job like I am. But anyway, yeah. So the charity album is going to be released hopefully sometime during this month. There is about 16 to 20 tracks I need to license. So the poor guys at Louder are going to get really angry at me, like they usually do, if I don't cross all the I's and dot all the T's. But yeah, so that definitely something to look forward to, and all the proceeds will go to the Rhythmics charity, which are based in southeast UK, or around about those areas, who help. They do really good work. They help children to get into music and use music as an outlet, especially with children who've had bad upbringings, etc., etc. So it's something I'm quite passionate about. I've also got another album after that, Season 5. I'm just going to name them seasons from now on because it's a lot easier for me to keep track of. But that's going to be released around mid-April, and again that's going to have probably like 20 plus tracks. I'm planning to jam fill, and I'm planning to release one album every quarter. And the reason for that is just I like it to be kind of like something I can look back on, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, because I do write a lot of music, it's a lot easier for me to go, well, actually, this is the songs that I've done, this is the thing, chuck it on there, season 1, season 2, season 3, so I know exactly where they are, and I know I'm not missing any, or people message me going, well, where's this cover? I can't see it, and it's all there, it's all systematically there. Okay, I also plan to redo my Patreon, so my Patreon account. I am on Patreon. I think when I started out, I didn't really know what to put. But basically the reason why I started that is, and I know a lot of people are in the same situation, is mainly because I do want to do this full time. I absolutely love writing music, I love chatting to people, I love communicating, I love being part of the community. And I personally want to get to the point where I can spend more time focusing on this and not on full-time work. Mainly because I feel like I get a lot more out of this, if that makes sense. And it's something that I do want to do in the future, and I haven't put in all my heart and soul into. But yeah, if you do want to check that out, I will redo it. It's a bit confusing at the moment, and I don't want to come off as begging or anything along those. At the end of the day, I'm still going to release covers. I'm still going to release them on YouTube. If you want them for free, that's absolutely fine. If you want to view them for free, I do have the option. Obviously, the reason why I'm putting them on websites like Louder is, one, because I like the actual original artists to get their cut of it, and two, it helps me survive and it helps me keep doing this. But at the end of the day, I will keep doing it regardless, so there is no pressure to buy it whatsoever. But I do appreciate it, obviously, if that's the avenue you want to take. That's completely your choice. I'm waffling now as well. I'm trying to do this all in one take. Bear with me. So also I want to do more charity events. You probably don't see it from the look of me, but I do a lot of charity running. And I want to do that more, and I want to do more charity events in terms of the VG community as well, so we can give a lot more back. I know Squiggles and Hashel have done a lot of big projects previously, with Operation One Up, and Multiplayer I believe it was, that do give to charity and give back to them, so I'm definitely up for that. Also, I've got, and I have written by hand, a musical, which is all based around depression. It's a 5-part series. I plan to release it this year. I really want to release it this year, and I really want to push for that. So we'll definitely try it. It's just a case of me drawing is not good, and I want there to be some images to go along with it, and me singing. So I am looking for other artists to collab with. It is all written, it is all finished, the music's all done. It's just a case of actually pulling my finger out and getting it on YouTube. And also I do a lot of creative writing. So I've actually written a whole series which is based on, called The Other Side, which is the versions from the bad guys of fairy tales. Kind of like Maleficent. Yeah, it's basically, it's the reasons why they are the way they are. I've got a teaser, I've got one all recorded. Just a case of actually, again, drawing stuff and putting it on YouTube, which I will do. Okay, so this is the point where I want to take a personal look back to 2015 and what I've done and what I'm proud of. And the main thing is I'm proud, megally so, for all the people that have subscribed and followed and given me advice over this year. It's been it's been really hard this year to try and maintain motivation, and it's especially when it came to obviously pushing myself when I was working full time for two covers a week, trying to get that done and trying to give it to the best standard that I could. I am so proud that I've got to 129 subscribers and around about 15,000 views. I am over the moon. I did not expect this to get anywhere, considering that I have been on YouTube now for about 5 years, and I started off as an acoustic artist, doing my own stuff, and then I went on to, it was thanks to Phil Smith, you know who you are, who basically had the idea of doing, let's do like Sonic the Hedgehog, massive Sonic fan, let's do Sonic the Hedgehog, let's do the whole soundtrack, let's do all of Sonic 2. I was like, okay. And that was where the first album, collector's edition, came from, and from that it kind of like sparked the fire. So this year I've had an amazing time writing covers, and I've always made it my mission to try and add something new in there. I don't want it just to be a straight cover, trying to add a solo, which is kind of standard, but trying to add like a middle part that's not there, or trying to just expand it in any way that I can, just to put my mark on it. And I think I have done it this year. I have tried, even though my high frequencies have been through the roof sometimes, and some people complained about headaches, but I'm getting there, I'm learning, and that's the main thing I want to touch on, is that I am learning, especially if you look at the quality from the beginning to the quality now. I've had some great advice, especially from the VG covers community, great advice on not only working within my limitations but exceeding at them, and how to use those limitations to, as I said at the beginning, to try and push my limits of what I can do, especially for the funds that I have. And I probably will do like a step guide into starting out completely, because you don't really need a lot of money, you just need a lot of drive and passion, and it can be done, but I'll go through that more in later videos. I think I'm going to think about like the covers that I've really enjoyed this year, or really enjoying doing. I really enjoyed doing the King Kong one, because it was just fun playing with the synth, and yeah. And then realising, oh look, there's a lead part I can't play. Let's just put a violin on it. But I'm learning more to play along those lines. And I also did a really good collabs this year that I'm actually proud of. Regretted that I did a collab with, and that was the Altered Beast medley. He's amazing. He will go far, and his channel, as I say, it's growing step by step. So that is cool. And I've done a duet, although I've not released it yet, with Headcar Thunderfist. It's still a porn name. And I think it's one of the best covers that I've personally been a part of. So, and it really throws the original on its head. So look out for that. It's going to be part of the charity album as well. So I will be sure to put some kind of notes up. Again, recording videos, I don't really like doing it, and this is one part. Anyway, no, we'll go on to that. We'll come back to that. So another highlight was Gamelark, or Alan, actually choosing me to be part of the Artist of the Month for October. I really appreciate that. It really boosted me up in a very dark time, going through a lot of that point. And it was just little things like that. I don't know if you're obviously aware of Gamelark's channel, and I do recommend I put descriptions, whatever, down there. He really does take the time to promote people that, well, I don't really say that need the attention, because I don't. At the end of the day, I do this because I love this. But he goes out of his way to try and spotlight musicians that aren't really the most popular. But he does his absolute best, and I can't fault him. He's an absolute legend, and a really nice guy as well. Especially with his Twitter feed, and those jokes are terrible, so please stop the jokes. And yeah, we've released 4 albums this year as well. Well, 3 this year, 1 last year. And as I say, I do plan to release about 4 a year. And it's just a way of keeping track of what I've done and where I want to go, and just mainly to remind myself of where I've been, and what I've survived, and what I can go and what I can do. So the last point is, and the reason for this is, and a lot of questions I get asked is, why don't you record yourself playing guitar? This is where it's going to get quite personal, so I do appreciate if anyone wants to tell off now, just like, yeah, we've had our updates, let's go. But I actually suffer with quite badly with depression, and part of that depression is body dysmorphia, which means I hate the way I look. So this is not getting edited because I don't like looking at myself to edit the video. So this is all one take. So yeah, a part of that is I get really self-conscious when I start playing, because I don't really like looking at myself, don't like editing myself. Going forward, I do want to start recording, because I do want that connection to be there. I know it's very hard to watch a YouTube video of a video game cover when the guy is just putting up images and you can't really get into it, you can't see the passion that they're putting towards. I do understand that, and it is something I'm trying to overcome. I'm getting a lot of help with that, and I personally, the reason why I mention this is because I know for artists out there that, artists sounds so possible, I call myself an artist, but there are a lot of people out there who do put a lot of time and effort in, and do put a lot of pressure on themselves, and they are waiting for that one moment where they kind of feel their work is appreciated. I know it can get a lot of people down, and I know that there can be a lot of negative thoughts, and it can feel very lonely. But I just want to say, in terms of my experience and what I've grown through this year, you're not alone. And I know that I'm not alone. There are a lot of people out there who are in the same boat that want to help. And I'm trying my best to overcome my own personal demons, and I would love to help other people as well, and help them realise that sometimes it's not always about recognition. Sometimes it's about just feeling an emotion and getting an emotion out there, whether it be in video game cover format, or writing your own music, or drawing, or painting, or writing stories, or whatever. And you should never let that feeling get on top of yourself. So this is me saying that if you do want to talk, I'm more than happy to talk through it with. If you do start having really bad thoughts, I put a list down below, or please get help, because there are a lot of people out there who do want to help, and they do generally care. And my email address is always open. I'm always available on whatever. So if you do want to talk, I'm more than happy for that. But thank you. And again, I'm going to end this on a sour note. So at the end of the day, I want to say thank you for everyone that's supported me so far, everyone that's tuned into the channel, anyone that's even listened to my music and given feedback, whether positive or negative. I am 100% thankful, and I wish you all the best. And here's to a wonderful 2016. So hopefully it's going to get even better from here. So thank you so much, and take care.